Most church vocals don't sound bad, they just sound dry and lifeless. And this is something we hear constantly from churches we mentor. They've done the EQ, they've done the compression, and the vocals still feel lifeless. The problem almost always shows up in the reverb. Now, you don't want to use just any reverb, and there's a really narrow range where reverb actually helps the vocals. You miss that range, and you've got a new problem on your hands. I'll show you how to set up my two favorite reverbs and how to land it right in that sweet spot, like this. Be sure to grab my free vocal reverb cheat sheet linked in the description to help you follow along and implement these tips easily the next time you're at the mixer. You'll get the best results if you apply my simple vocal EQ strategy first. So if you haven't seen that video yet, it's linked on the screen and in the description. So to set up your vocal reverbs, there's going to be two of them. On the first one, effects 1, navigate to effects 1, and then hit utility, and you're going to load in a vocal plate preset. Confirm. As you'll adjust this for your room, mainly the decay time. The default's fine. You might want to make it a little bit longer. I usually like it around 2 seconds. Next is a vocal hall reverb. So same thing on effects 2, utility, and we're going to find, looks like we renamed ours to No Limits Hall. I think it says large hall by default, so use that one. And default settings should work for that too. If you want it to trail a little bit longer, then increase your decay time. So these are automatically assigned to bus 13, you can see right there, and bus 14 on the X32. So to add these to your vocals, you're gonna hit Sends on Fader, select like bus 13, and that'll be your plate reverb. Add it to your vocals. Somewhere around -10 is probably where that's gonna land. More or less, use your ears to mix. Same thing for the hall. You just select it while Sends on Fader is active, and then you can mix that one into the vocals. Now your reverbs are set up, but how do we hit that sweet spot so it doesn't make your sound worse? You'll need to do this at your next rehearsal, and it's super quick and easy. While the band is playing, select effects 1 so that your faders are adjusting your reverb sends. Turn up the fader for your vocal until it's noticeable, and then back it down to where it blends in. Let me show you what I mean. Now select effects 2, do the same thing with your hall reverb. This one likely needs to be about 5 to 10 dB lower than the plate. This one can really kill vocal clarity if you use too much. I want to make sure that you know when reverb is too much, because it can quickly ruin your mix by making your vocals sound hollow and unfocused like this. So remember, turn it up until you notice it and then back it down until it blends in. This usually gives you a mix that feels full and alive without sounding swimmy or hollow. But don't click off just yet. You still need a way to smoothly turn reverb on and off for moments when vocals are talking. You don't want reverb on their talking voice. So let's set up a DCA. So we're using DCA 5 on our mixer. To set that up, you would navigate over here to your effects returns, hold down your DCA, and then you'll select effects return 1 and 2. And so all the vocal reverbs are in this DCA. So now I can fade out all the vocal reverbs when somebody starts talking and then bring it back up when they're done. Just remember that this adds an extra layer of volume control, and if you forget about it, you might be scrambling to figure out why you can't hear your reverb. So just use that with caution. So now your vocals sound great, but what about your instruments? Well, with a few small adjustments, you can use the same hall reverb on your instruments too, and you definitely should. I recommend putting it on a separate effects channel so that you have independent control from your vocal reverb. But wait, what about your live stream? You definitely need to send your reverbs to your live stream as well, but once you do, the balance will likely change compared to your room. Now, dealing with this is simple. You just need to make some adjustments to the return levels on your live stream bus. If you want step-by-step clarity for your entire mix, including how to set up and fine-tune your live stream and a repeatable system your whole team of volunteers can follow our training, It's linked in the description. And then click the video on your screen where I'll show you how to build a mix on Sunday with this mixer.